Welcome back to What Arty Noobs. This is a 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG, otherwise known as a leFBO or a leFhy or a leFH if you happen to be Jingles, and we know as Fifi La Pew Pew. This one's located on the east spawn of Studzianki and is under the command of Arty87 of Philo. Now 105mm gun, 410 Alpha, and he's loaded up with mostly HE and a few rounds of heat. Yes, this is one of the few premium SPGs that can actually carry alternative rounds such as heat or AP. Okay, well, he's loaded a round of HE and it looks like he's targeting a VK3001H. It does actually dial in very quickly, this Arty, and it's also got a very fast reload as well. He fires a round in. I'm not sure if he got a hit there. Oh, it looks like an AMX CLC bit the dust, but we lost the KV-1S. Okay, well, rounds out on a Panzer 5.4 and a direct hit on him. There was no explosion, so we know we touched him. Rounds out again. He might still be there, and that shot went to one side, so he may have moved in the meanwhile. Rounds out on the next target, which was an SU-85, and he's turning. There's a T1 heavy in that yard there. He's managed to make his way halfway through the factory, and up to the north we've got a Leopard fighting it out with our ELC, and he dies. And unfortunately we fired a round in just before he died, so unfortunately that means that round is lost. Okay, VK3001H. It's made it to the factory, but not gone through yet. Our AMX CLC will be spotting for us up in the bushes, and it doesn't appear that there's any enemy tank up there. And he managed to get through the factory before we spotted him. But he is being hit by the AMX CLC. Now we're trying to get a shot on that T-34 over there, the Type T-34, which is the Chinese one. And now we've got a Type T1 Heavy, an American Tier 5 heavy tank, rounds out on him, direct hit on his rear, 185, but he's backed up behind that wall, which means he's Arty safe at the moment, and of course they do know that as well. If you're a player who's been in the game for long enough, you know how to remain Arty safe, and some occasions it's just hiding behind a wall can be enough. Of course, if you're hiding somewhere obvious, that can actually be fairly easy for others to kill you, and of course they just lost their VK3001H to our Excelsior. But over on the other side of the map we've got a Panzer 4H, Panzer Mark 4H. He's just made his way down to that corner, and we're getting that reticule problem again. It's a mod error. It doesn't happen during battle, but it certainly does happen during the replays, where the reticule will drift to one side, and it doesn't affect the aim. You still get the shot in the correct direction that you're aiming at from the center mark, but oh, he hit that one there. He hit the M4A1, and the guy knocked over a tree as he moved forward. So, well, we should have spotted him, but the AMX CLC doesn't appear to have seen him. Down in the south we've got a Panzer 4H trying to come around those houses. We're dialing in on the position. As the tighter the reticule, the more likely you're going to get the shot on target. And the Panzer Mark 4 pulled back just in time to avoid that shell. But I reckon he's going to pull forward again. Well, that one hit the target for 124. And now we're going for the Chinu, which I think is the Tier 5 Chinese. Is it Tier 5 Chinese? And that OI Experimental is trying to get shots on the Churchill from the other side. Okay, going for the Chinu. Just missed him, but he gets killed by the Bishop. Okay, these guys are staying safe behind that wall. As long as they're there, they can't be attacked. But the Leopard's moving into a position where he can fill them with a magazine of 3cm shells. Going for that M4A1, fires at the hill, thinking the guy was going to go up, but he turned to the right, jinking to the right, and then continued on a straight course afterwards. And the AMX CLC is taking fire were trying to get a shot, working out where he's going. But this guy is driving very well. He's actually driving to avoid getting artied. You see, very unpredictable, but it didn't stop him being killed by the AMX ELC, who apparently has the 75mm gun, not the 90mm gun, which will only fire straight forward. 75mm gun will actually fire at an angle. The turret will turn all the way around, and actually makes that tank a lot better. There you can see the rescue drift problem again. It isn't a cheat, it is a mod problem from Aslains. We've spotted it and we've known about it for about 6 months now. And it just won't go away. It's only during the replays that it happens. Doesn't happen during the game. And the Panzer V4 goes down. That was a dangerous enemy. Okay, well, there are still more enemies out there than there are on our team. Just by one. And that Type T-34 is doing a good job, actually, of holding on to the factory area, stopping our guys from moving through, and they've also got a T1 heavy in the factory area as well. But of course they can't move through without the AMX ELC seeing them and shooting them. Plus of course they leave the factory area, we're going to fire shots into them as well. But they've got 3 Arties, that Type 1, T1 heavy rather, the Type T-34 and an Su-85. That's all they've got. The Su-85 was last seen back at their camp. We've auto-aimed at the T1 Heavy, who actually did leave the factory area but wasn't seen. And we're auto-aiming onto him. And we've got a hit. And the kill goes to the AMX ELC from a long distance away. I think our tank tracked him and we got some damage assist there, or spotting assist, on the T1 Heavy. So that makes the enemy still 1 up. They actually did get a kill during that exchange. We lost our bishop. So Ratty is now the only Arty on the team. But of course it is a Fifi. So it's got a very fast fire rate. Looks like the AMX ELC did not see the enemy leaving the factory area, and the Type T-34 has now made it out of the factory area. He's been seen by the AMX ELC. We fire a round in, just a little too late. And we need to line him up for a shot. That's it, that's better. But unfortunately he avoids that one as well. AMX ELC is getting ready to depart that area because that Type T-34 is determined to get him. And he might have the 57mm gun, which is very fast fire rate. Fire one in again, we've missed, and we're running short on shells. And the AMX ELC dies. Okay, trying to get a shot on him is very difficult, but... Oh, he did! He hit him that time! So that Type T-34 is going to have very, very low hit points now. And we're moving forward because we're the only tank, basically, or the only Arty, the only vehicle with good spotting range that's in the north of the map. The Panzer III-4 is down in the south, and he's at the ditch, which is a bit unfortunate really, because he's not really doing much there. He should be trying to get into the enemy area because there's 3 Arties on the enemy team, a Gorilla and 2 Fifis, and he could probably find them for us so we could then kill them. Well, Ratty's trying to indicate to the Panzer III-4, go north, go up the ditch, and here's the enemy. He's turned up, and he's got minimal hit points. 1 hit will be enough, and he's seen us, and he's firing at us. He just got one into the tracks. Now he's using angular momentum, and we're getting hit by the enemy Arties. And we got tracked. That's better. Now, go for it. Yes, gets the kill. The Type T-34 made a big mistake there. He drove straight towards us. So long as he was going round and forcing us to turn, it was making us difficult for us to get the gun to bear on him. But now that he's been killed, the enemy can't see where we are, and they're firing shells into that area. You can see there, and he's just fired a shell, or one of the enemy Arties fired a shell in. In fact, they're still firing shells in, wasting ammunition, trying to hit where we were. And we're no longer there. And, okay, we found one of the enemy Arties. It's one of the Fifis. And the Panzer III-4, I think he's AFK. I think he's AFK. And in which case, that Fifi's going to see him. And, yep, the Gorilla took him out the game. So it's us versus 3 Arty now. So it's all down to Ratty. He's trying to line up a shot for that enemy Arty, and don't think he got a hit there. He's now using the heat ammunition. Of course, if that hits the target, it will penetrate, more than likely it'll penetrate and do 350 alpha. It's got very high penetration, 104 millimeters, and of course this tank does have very good armor. Oh, he's wasted another one. He just got it a little too late. Now, he's at the moment, but oh no, I think that was a bit of a waste. I would have said, wait for them to come to you. Hide yourself in the bushes, wait for them to come to you, to come towards the cap, and then make absolutely certain of your shot, because they are fairly slow moving. They're just the same speed as you, and so you've got much better chance of taking them out. You've only got 2 rounds of heat now. The moment you're spotted, though, the other enemies are going to fire at you. Here it comes. Wait, line it up, get it absolutely perfect on target, and yep, good hit. Now, we probably were seen. No, we weren't. Okay, he doesn't know where we are, and then he's never going to go now because he's dead. And here comes the Gorilla, and we're pulling down from the ridgeline because we're in an exposed part of that ridgeline, but we know where he is. Lining him up for a shot. Fires one in. Didn't get a hit. Again, go behind the bushes. Wait for the enemy to come to you. He is going to keep coming. And there's the other Arty. Now, that's the one that you really want to take out, because that one is, of course... Yep. And the Gorilla's very, very close now. We're going to hit him again. He fires one of this, hits the tracks. We fire one back and kill him. And the Gorilla just fired at us, I think, and missed. So he's reloading. So now will be the moment to strike, to actually go at him, because you've got a much faster fire rate than the Gorilla. Now, Ratty's only got half his hit points left, but he does have a very fast firing gun. He doesn't have much in the way of splash, whilst the Gorilla does. He's got a 15 centimeter gun, but that Gorilla takes ages to dial in on its target, and at close range it's not that good. So unless of course you get very close, and Ratty managed to use his firepower and the fact that he was higher on the ridge to shoot down into that Gorilla. Very well done. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It was an ace tanker for Ratty87 in the 105 leFH18B2. On a basis of 4 against 1, he won that battle. At least I think it was 4 against 1, or was it 2 against 3 at one point? Well, it was certainly 1 against 3 at one point, because it was just Ratty against 3 Artys, and he took them all down. Let's have a look at the awards. Of course, he got the ace tanker. It's not the first ace tanker he's had in this vehicle. He got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. A counter battery because he took out all of the enemy Arty. He also got a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, and that would be the Type T-34 and of course one of the Fifis. And also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 15 in this one. But best of all, he actually ended up with a Stark's medal as well. He took down 2 enemy tanks. He lost 2/3 of his hit points, or potentially would have lost 2/3 of his hit points if he blocked enough damage. And he certainly did. He blocked shots from the Type T-34 and from the enemy Fifi. And those shots are 410 alpha. So, of course, if he blocked one of those, that's basically enough for the entire hit points of his vehicle anyway, because it's only 260 hit points on these vehicles. And of course he was alive at the end of the battle, so that's earned him a Starks. And of course he got the high caliber as well for dealing the most damage in that battle, and his win rate from that game was 6,911, which is very, very good, super Unicum standard, and no doubt about that. Well, yes, he says, well, that was an ending. It certainly was. To be 1 against 3, to have them all coming basically at the same time, but from different directions, but well, I think actually the thing is that Ratty did the right thing. He prioritized those Fifis rather than the Grilla. He got 1,722 hit points of damage overall. The next highest scorer was the T1 Heavy, got 1,433. Nobody else got above 1,000 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, he shared the top spot with the T1 Heavy, who got 4 kills, and then one of the enemy Fifis got 3, and so did our AMX CLC. And when it came to base XP, he's got the top on that one as well. So technically, he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,027 base experience points for Ratty, which was enough for an ace tanker. 749 for the AMX CLC, who did a fair bit of spotting during that game. 1,333 spotting, and 665 for the Leopard. He fired 38 rounds, so he only had 4 rounds left at the end of the game. 14 direct hits, 2 penetrations, 16 splash, damage of 1,722 hit points, of which 988 were more than 300 meters. So you can see a lot of close range shooting here. 4 hits received from the enemy. All 4 were non-penetrations. They all hit the tracks except for 2 shots, which were actually splash damage from the enemy Arty. Actually did hit him and took away half his hit points. He blocked damage of 85 hit points according to this. I think actually he blocked a lot more. If he blocked those shots into the tracks, that was a great deal more. But I think the 85 hit points is from the 57mm gun of the Type T34. 2 vehicles spotted, those would be the Arty. 9 enemy vehicle damage, 4 killed, and 250 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he earned 47,034 credits, got 17,873 for the holiday ops, total 64,907, and after repair, ammunition, resupply, he took away a profit of 43,977 credits, which is very good for a Fifi. 29 bonds received, I think that's Veni Vidi Vici and the Starks Medal and the High Caliber. The Veni Vidi Vici is 25, the Starks Medal's 3, and the High Caliber's just 1. At least I think that's right. And 1,540 XP, 6,164 from Holiday Ops, 616 because this is a premium vehicle, took away 8,320 altogether. Not quite sure about the maths on that one, actually. 25 plus 3 plus 1, that should be, yeah, it is 29. Yeah, what am I thinking? Yes, of course it's right. Okay, so very well done there to Ratty, prioritising the right targets. As I said, he went for the Fifis because they're the fast firers. He could take those out and with either the heat rounds or the HE. He actually elected to hit them with the HE in the end because, of course, it's more effective. Even if you just get a near miss, you'll track them, hold them in place, and then you can get an accurate shot to follow up and kill them. And with the Grilla, well, yes, you just needed an HE round at very close range. And yes, that worked very well indeed. So well done, Ratty. Good game. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. We don't have that many subscribers, but I think that's to do with the fact that we do feature Arty a lot. But we are What Arty Noobs. We came out of a Facebook page for members of or players of What Arty Arty Tanks in World of Tanks, and of course we feature mostly Arty because, well, we're the only channel that will do that on a regular basis. But we do feature tank battles as well, and some of them are absolute humdingers. I think if you've seen them, especially our 5,000th battle, the Radley Walters and Ace Tanker in the 703 version 2. Yes, that was a really good game, so do watch that one if you get the chance. And thank you for watching this one.